this girl and she wants me to duke her. I told her I'll come scoop her around 8, she said.
Yo, what up? You already know what time it is. You already know where you at. You are now at the Anime Kickback, and you already know what we do at the Anime Kickback, right? That's right, you guessed it. We talk about anime, from the latest episodes to the classic and newest shows to the hottest cosplays to the dopest intros and outros and to the biggest fandom in the whole wide world, which is y'all, us, them. Yo, we're a whole vibe out here, man. Welcome back. Before we get into it, do me a big favor and go hit that subscribe button, man. Hit them likes, hit them comments. Y'all already know what to do, man. It's all love. Yo, can we all agree that what Griffith did to his whole crew was fucked up, right? We can all agree to that, right? Alright. I often wonder, do villains have a choice when they decide to become evil? In some cases, I don't think they do. In other cases, I think they do. You know what I'm saying? If you've seen Attack on Titans before and seen Eren Yeager and how he had to maneuver to accomplish his goal, you understand the monster he had to actually become to do this. Some people can stomach it, others can't. And after watching Berserker again, because I seen it when I was younger, and now that I'm older, I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. Let me go back and rewatch it and see what I can understand what my adult vision, because being an adult and being in the workforce and living life, you will understand what Mikasa said. Life is cruel. This world is really cruel, and you got to protect yours by any means necessary. There's no sense of loyalty to anyone but your inner circle, your family. The job may help you pay the bills, but they're not going to keep you in the loop, but everything they do. So you got to do what you got to do to protect yours. Some feelings may get hurt, others may not. But at the end of the day, as long as you understand your main cause for your people, it's going to work out. Now, with Griffith, his main goal was to become a high-ranking soldier, and of course, bringing your squad up to the throne. But in order to do so, he had to get in good with royalty. Now, he met Guts along the way, and him and Guts shot the fair one, and Guts had to join his squad and help him, rise to the top, which they ended up doing. And I feel like Griffith fucked up after that fight with Guts. After they fought the second time, he fucked up because he lost. Now, I was talking to my homie about this shit. I was like, yo, if you was in Griffith's shoes, what would you do? Like, before what he did, because we can all agree, once again, we can all agree that what he did after that shit was fucking insane. Like, you should never do that. But before, to prevent that, because prior to what happened, I felt like Griffith was a good dude. And some people may say he's selfish, but everybody is selfish to an extent. Everybody. Don't believe that shit, but they tell you. Everybody is selfish, and everybody need to be selfish when it comes to something they love, a goal. You can still be good to people, but you don't have to be an asshole to people. Now, before the fight, the second fight with Griffith, once Griffith took that L, what he should have did to prevent the other move, because we all know he lost to Griffith and he crashed out, man, which he shouldn't have did. And it makes me realize, like, back in the day when they was delegating, making moves, they didn't have access to what we have access to now. Like, you had to be very patient back in the day. Today, just a phone call away. Back in the day, you gotta wait. So I think Griffith had everything in motion for him to get in the room with the Royals and, do what he needed to do. But he didn't want to wait that 6 months after he took that L. So once he took that L with Griffith, he crashed out. He snuck in the room with the princess, and the rest is history. Now, put yourself in Griffith's shoes and ask yourself what you would have did before the crash out. How would you delegate? Me, I told the homie, I'm like, yo, once I would have took the L by Guts, I would have had to have a conversation with him like, look, bro, I need you, because I honestly feel like Griffith did need Guts. He was a reason to the glory, you know what I'm saying? And you still need two pieces. Guts was the muscle. Griffith was the talker. He was the mouthpiece. So while Guts slicing and dicing motherfuckers. Griffith was on the field, but he was also delegating because he was the leader of the crew. Before Guts got with Griffith, he was just a mercenary. You know, so he did kind of get some type of fame dealing with Griffith. The thing is, Griffith had a goal from the jump. Guts didn't. He just was fighting. Now, to y'all that's watching this shit, put yourself in Griffith's shoes. What would you do? That's all I need to know. Please put that in the comments, because we all can agree that what he did after the fight with Guts, after the crash out, we don't agree with. So we can all agree to that. But to prevent that crash out, if you was Griffith, what moves would you make to keep the family alive? Raise your hand if you wanted to be a Super Saiyan back in the day. I did, and I know you did too. How much of a threat you feel like the Saiyans would be if they had the powers they have now, as well as Frieza leading their force? You got 4 Saiyans now. You got Gohan, you got Broly, you got Vegeta, you got Goku, and then you got Frieza. So that's 5 motherfuckers that can fuck some shit up individually if they want to. So watching a tournament of power, you see Frieza plotting, looking at the guys. That's what I like about Frieza, though. He doesn't want to be beneath anyone. Like, he was a ruler. So I'm not about to be chastised by these deities, and they can't tell me what I can and cannot do. And at the end of the day, if they feel some kind of way with how I'm doing my business, then they're gonna have to shoot the fade. And that's exactly why Frieza started to train, because he's like, yo, there's gonna be somebody that's gonna challenge me, so let me get right, you know, because if somebody challenges me, they gonna get these hands. And I think he's ready for what's to come. Frieza is a smart individual, and I think if he had the Saiyans' help, he would. Ain't no telling what the fuck he would do, what the hell they would accomplish. But Frieza is a businessman, yo. If he just told Goku and Vegeta, like, yo, y'all can fight anybody y'all want to fight, yo. Y'all get to get stronger, y'all get to do this, y'all get to do that. Like, if you seen the movie Troy, you will understand what I'm talking about.
Like they supposed to.
Question of the day, or should I say question of the weekend. What is the one thing that you plan on doing this week to make you happy? Should I go first? I think I should go first. Me, I was plotting on this video game from GameCube, The Adventures of Ed, Edd, and Eddy. I seen that on TikTok, and I was like, that shit just took me back when I was a kid. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to go on eBay and order that game. So that's one thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to order that shit today. And hopefully I have it by the end of the weekend so I could set up the vibe and play that joint, yo. The whole Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon shows was just so fucking peak and goated. And I got to revisit this show called As Told by Ginger. The last finale, she was reading her book, and I forgot that Ginger was a writer. She was an artist, and she reminds me of Carrie. How Carrie writes about her experiences in the city, which her column was called Sex in the City. Ginger do the same thing as well. Now, at the time, Ginger was in high school, so it was high school interactions and experiences. In the finale, it pretty much was her experiences throughout her whole life, you know, and to see everybody grown up and adults. And she did get back with Darren. You already know her and Darren broke up and they had a kid together. So, yo, As Told by Ginger was ahead of its time. And I gotta revisit that, yo. So put in the comments, what is the one thing that you're going to do this weekend that is going to make you happy? The goal is to bring happiness to your life as much as you can moving forward. Now, I know some people don't like this show, but I actually fuck with it, man. Gachiakuta, or Gachiakuta, however you want to say it, man. This show is fire, and they revealed that they have some melanin up in the show. One thing I can say about Gachiakuta is that they have a little bit of variations or variety of colors, you know. And yo, when I seen that melanin, that shit was fire. And usually when anime show melanated characters, they always spice them up. They might give them some blonde hair. In this particular case, they gave this character Simyu silver hair or gray hair. And I mean, it looked like it's curly. It could be curly short hair, but I think if somebody was to cosplay this character, they need to do it with some finger waves, yo. The low silver or gray finger waves, yeah, that shit, chef kiss would set it off. I need to see that. And ironically, I did see it. She didn't have the finger waves, but she had the fro, which was crazy, you know what I'm saying? So this show, if you haven't watched it, let me give a quick breakdown. It's about a main character called Ruto, and he sees all the value in trash, whether it's a VCR. He sees value in everything. And you know, living in the world today, everything is digital now, yo. So you have no physical products to put your hands on, you know. As my bro say, physical media, you know. So him seeing the value in everything just make it dope, because with him saying those phrases, it reminds me of the same shit that bro be saying. He be like, yo, physical media is everything. And I'm like, yo, that's a fact. So Ruto has the ability to give life or power to vital instruments that he put his hands on, you know. So pretty much he sees everything as treasure. So no matter what he touches, it brings it back to life. Just like a broken TV, you know. You see one of these TVs right here, and you like, yo, this shit is fire, because I remember how it made me feel. It's not working, so let me touch it and give life back to it by fixing it up. And some characters like Engine, they only have the ability to bring one thing into, you know, the world, life, make it a vital instrument. But Ruto has the ability to touch multiple things, yo. And I think the episode come out this weekend. I'm gonna check it out. It's getting dope. Like I said, once they revealed that melanated character Simyu, that shit had me on 10, yo. I'm like, yo, that's how y'all do it. And I hope the people that's watching this shit actually, you know, tap in with it and start to cosplay some of these characters, yo. Like, yeah, if you're black, cosplay a black character for the life of me. Or if you have the same tone, skin tone as the character, cosplay that goddamn character. Like, don't limit yourself to the creativity of dressing up as these characters.
I would give you the world, baby girl. You just gotta be worthy. Yeah.
Brown sugar, babe. Yo, it's only right that I talk about this content creator right here, man. She go by the name of Ray Nissan, and if you're watching this new show, you need to check it out, because we got some melanated characters up in this show, man. And this character right here, she go by the name of Simyu. When I tell you this is a fine, foxy mama right here, she is fine. Woo! That's all I got to say. Girl, you did good. You did good. That's all I got to say. I enjoyed rocking out with y'all. The party's over, man. We got to go. Go get you some food. Go enjoy the rest of your weekend. And stay tuned for the live Friday, man, because y'all already know we go live every Friday. I enjoyed y'all once again. Like, comment, subscribe, and we going to be back, yo. Y'all be safe. Peace.
I smoke all the like smoking Joe Frieza, the Hellraiser. Raise the hell with the flavor.
Wait.